Yep.
You know, you do a lot for CFA and you do a lot for yourself and all that sort of thing. Do you think we give enough time as parents? I mean, you've seen both sides of it. You know what I mean? You've seen from the school side. You know, do parents turn up when there's a school thing that's going on?
For example, when there's assemblies and stuff like that, it's just people just think, hold on, we need to be there because of our child. Whereas there's a session, for example, in the cold today, they wouldn't come because they know that it's cold out there. Yeah, it's just the lack of commitment there. If your child's achieving something, for example, a certificate or a trophy or a medal, they'd be the first ones there. But if they're achieving, for example, life skills from the coaches, for example, learning how to pass a ball, learning how to shoot a ball, learning how to actually become friends in that zone, they don't want to be there watching that. They don't want to be there taking part in the football development as well.
It's a shame that. What would you say?
I think.
No, don't think. Answer, please.
Just answer.
Is that you thinking? I was like thinking.
Should I just give you one?
Oh, by the way, I've just noticed he's looking very sharp at top.
I ain't got no hair left, to be honest.
Looking very sharp, Madeline.
I think.
Are you trying to intimidate Zaj or copy Zaj or something?
I think I was bold before him, to be honest.
Oh, okay. There you go.
More than likely.
Yeah, I think regarding volunteers or is it parents who are talking? Is it volunteers?
Okay, here's a question. Why do you volunteer?
You know, to be honest, I never ever did think about it. Like when I started, when was it, 04? I never did think about it until, like I said, some kids came knocking on my door. They asked me if I could coach them, and since then I've not really stopped, because to me, the way when I did that, I took them off the streets. So it looked like for me to just carry on doing that. And to be honest, I just enjoyed it, and I'm still here doing it. It's just for that sake.
You feel part of the furniture then?
Part of the furniture. It's not. To be honest, it's not like you want anything in return. It's the fact that you know you just looked after a couple of people. You looked after a couple of kids, and I think through over the years you've been through thousands of children. I mean that you've supported, you've helped, and it's not just football. It's everyday life as well.
In some cases, you've been a role model as well, haven't you?
You are. That's what it comes down to, doesn't it?
I wouldn't exactly say a father figure, but you're like a big brother. Some things like that, and then people obviously they look up to you. You know what I mean? So that's. Mainly it's just like they are out of trouble. That's the main thing.
It's what you just touched on, Bas. You're like a role model because we're in a community with lack of role models. We do a lot of good work all around Leicester, but do you think we could do with more role models?
Of course we would, yeah. It'd be great to have at least. So for example, on a street you've got about 100 people living on there, and if you've got 10 role models in that street, it's a life changer for some of the kids out there.
I mean, you're not going to change everybody, but you change a percentage of them kids in the right directions. You know what I mean? That's the most important thing. And somewhere along the line, they'll change and they'll remember you and they'll give you dua. And you know what? Is anything more important than that?
No, not at all.
I think we talk about all these role models and that, and we see ourselves as obviously coaches. We do what we do because we love what we do, and we do it for the children basically. No matter how old you're, even if you're 20s, your 30s, whatever, we still do what we gotta do. I think we gotta also look at there's also people out there. I'm just gonna give you an example. Just one street at Evington Road. You got a lot of people. There are a lot of elders there as well who are that do a lot of helping for the thing as well, role models as well out there. Obviously we don't give them a shout out, but obviously even an organisation could do it more people joining us as well. More people, more hands.
What, more hands helping out, or just more hands going into events and stuff like that?
Well, what it is with some children can they can open up, they can talk to. For example, with me, there's certain kids can talk to me, while most kids can talk to me. Then some kids are too shy to talk to me. They feel a bit afraid. Oh, this guy's too big. I don't want to talk to him. So there's somebody else they can talk to that they know they can open up to things like that.
As Asians, we're afraid to talk to our kids.
I think there's
You know, our kids, you know, sometimes we get kids saying, oh, you know, I've got this problem, blah, 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 whatever. I can't talk to my mum and dad. And I would say, look, speak to your mum.
I think certain topics, kids are not
Certain topics, definitely.
Not comfortable,
to talk to their parents. Yeah.
I think that's where we come in.
Yeah, and I think when they talk, it's easier to talk to one of us because you're independent of their family. You're independent of, you're not going to go to their parents and bring this up if they don't want them to.
No, true.
Do you understand? So it's not just people say, oh, all you do is football, and well, it's more than football. These kids do actually look up to you
Life
and
skills,
come up
isn't
to
it?
you.
It comes down to life skills.
And some of the kids I've had the pleasure of managing over the last 3-4 years, I see them outside and the respect they give you. And then the way they say, the 3 years that we spent together was great, how much they've achieved and everything. So that feels a bit of, self-satisfaction as well, that you've done something right.
Yeah.
And I think with the whole volunteering thing, I think it has to come within the person to be able to give something back to the community. Give back something to the community. If you're successful in life, you've got the new generation to think about. Let's give something back.
Because times are going to be hard.
It is hard, but then on the flip side, right? Like one of the parents, I only just got to know how much time he spends with his kid, and I'll be straight. His son's a boxer, and upcoming boxer, and he spends literally 7 days a week around his son.
Which must look good.
Right. So literally, he's looking after his diet. He brings him to football training and to league games.
And he's a successful businessman as well.
He's a successful businessman as well. He takes him to boxing, training and to the fights. Plus he takes him to madrasa. So he's like, he's doing a lot for his child.
Which is quite good. So it's that.
Just need to have more of that in the community. I think that's where we lack, and that's where we see kids on the street. You're not giving your child enough attention. Then when he's 16, 17, you say, well, he's on the wrong path. Well,
You've lost it, haven't you?
You have.
You have lost it, because then it's too late. It's too late to change anybody at that age. We've seen it over the years, haven't we?
But then, again, every situation is different, because
there might be genuine reasons.
There's reasons why,
There might be genuine reasons that parents can't do it, for one reason or another. They might be working, they might be busy. You know what I mean? There is genuine reasons out there that they can't do it. But at the end of the day, I think we need to spend some quality time with our kids. That's the most important. I'm not just referring to football or anything like that. It's got to be everything else. Whatever walks of life. Even if it's part of education, if it's Islamic, whatever. It could be anything that they could be good at. You just can't say, Sunday's my day or Friday's my day to do X, Y, and Z. It's not. Spend some quality time. Because nowadays, what was it? I was in Bayan the other day, and the Morana goes, you're sitting in a room, there's about 4 or 5 people, and no one's talking. Everyone's on a tablet, phone, and whatever. Can't we just pretend it's 20 years ago? It's like Facebook. Who are your true friends? You might have 1,000 followers. I'm not going to go on YouTube, by the way.
3,000.
No, but I'm just saying, what is your true friends there? Like back in the old days, I'm not going about that old, we're all about similar age, except for us. You know what I mean? But who are your true friend circle? Just because you've got 2,000 friends, does that make you a popular person? Or are you just there for social media?
I mean, with the era and with the whole social media thing, that's all changing, because obviously you don't really have that many close friends.
No, you don't.
Because it's all on social media. That don't mean, if you have 1,000, 2,000, whatever on social media, that they're all going to be your close friends.
Well, what about yourself? What do you think?
So about the friends and followers?
Yes.
Well, it's about, nowadays it's all about numbers and stuff. So people will say that I've got so many friends on social media, but how many of them do you actually meet?
Yeah, true.
How many of them do you actually know personally? And I'd say, from experience with it, you can have sort of, like going from school to college to uni, you can get to know maybe hundreds of people, but you will always have just a handful, maybe 5 or 6 really close friends that are your real friends.
Yeah.
So out of them hundreds of people, you know them, but how many people actually do you know on a personal level? Maybe just a handful, and that's what I think your true friends are, the ones that you know personally, rather than just looking at their selfies and their profiles, and you think, because every Facebook, when their birthday is just a quick happy birthday, doesn't make you a friend.
I think we're all guilty of that one.
Yeah.
How about yourself, Chibi? What do you think?
You've got a big following, Chibi, haven't you?
In the thousands?
Well,
Million.
well, I don't know. It's about.
Anyway, we get that video of Jimmy running up that thingy.
Yes, we have, yeah.
Oh, right, okay, I think we need to...
It'll be on the CFA page soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that's a really good video. That is. I think that's, you know what, that breaks down. I think that's good motivational skills for you kids.
I'll just post that out now, yeah?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, sorry, Jimmy, sorry to disturb you there.
I think Jimmy was in competition with how many followers he's got. Just a few behind David Beckham or something, yeah?
Yeah, you know, 42 million. No, I think obviously.
No,
it's what you're touching on. Obviously, it depends how many people you really know. People obviously heard. I mean, I'm just going to give an example from my younger days. People obviously know my name. People.
Is that your name as Ibrahim, or is that your name as Chibi, or is that your name as Don Chib?
Well, I would have to say Chibi in it really.
No, I'm just confirming.
I mean, obviously, to be honest, I should actually be using my real name, but no one really uses it.
What is your real name, by the way?
Oh, it's just brother, the safe brother. That'll do. No one really needs to know, to be honest. But yeah, Chibi, you'll do. Or Chibra.
Just in case you didn't know, his name is Ibrahim.
Ibrahim Adam.
Ibrahim. He's one of our unsung heroes of the community.
Alright, fine. There he goes.
Big friendly giant.
Yeah, he's like, do you remember that little advert that we used to do, the Green Giant?
Yeah, green giant.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It comes out. Oh yeah, Green Giant, you're right. I just click on it. Yeah, no, definitely. So, I mean, you can use social media for the right reasons, you know what I mean? But then, like you say, you know, when it comes down to birthdays and etc. stuff like that, it's like you say, it's a quick little message and say, and some person might get 500 messages and you think, oh, this guy's a popular bloke. You know what I mean? But then you come down, the percentage, how many are really his true friends? You know, that's what it comes down to, doesn't it, at the end of the day?
It does.
Yeah, we'll be taking a short break now. And if you want to get in touch, Saj, have you got the details?
If you want to call the studio, it's 016-462-2506. You can text or WhatsApp the studio on 07510 769-997. You can also email us on munadilislam@gmail.com. And you can listen to us on www.munadilislam.com or on our Facebook group.
Right, one more thing. I think we've got one of our old coaches who's going to come live on air from Africa. Jimmy, your ex-colleague, I think your drinking buddies. I think you used to be tea drinking buddies, weren't you?
Oh, Mr. Bad.
Yes, Mr. Bad. I've just had a text and he's just called to me if he can be live on air. And I said, yes, you can in 5 minutes, so, you know, we'll have him live on air. I think he's one of our ex-coaches, and let's see what he's got good news for us. So, inshallah, we should be back in a couple of minutes' time.
Allah ki rahmat ke aathar nazar aaye manzar ho gaya ke sath al-fahad nahi but I love you. Together we'll get through. Don't you guess Al-Fahad and I guess those days are coming when I used to hold you in. 'Cause this is the age of winks and smiles, butterflies deep inside, but you'll always be the coolness of my eyes. So have faith, just like the bird who feels and sings before the dawn is come. Have faith, have faith. Slowly, slowly, child, the world waits for you.
बस याद इतना
will come shining through.
सी
जिंदगी जाली